everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hello to everybody that's new and joining for the first time. We are going to do, I can't even remember what part this is. I think it's something like part 6 possibly of this colour along in Johanna Basford's Rooms of Wonder, and I think we are probably going to get this finished off today, all being well. So I'm going to motor. So how is everybody doing? I am doing well. The new job is going well, or seems to be, which is positive news. So I'm using polychromos. This is beige red. I realised that this would probably pass for a rose gold in like pencil form. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Just going to do the tablecloth. There's lots of kind of fiddly bits today. And I'm hoping we can get the background done as well, which will be wonderful. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? I am not, like I said, I'm not too bad. I did a very silly thing last night. I was going out to choir. I sing in a ladies' choir. I was going out to choir and I managed to have, or me and my car, managed to have a fight with the bush that was on my driveway. It's very, very dark. And I was reversing and I didn't quite judge the distance between myself or my car's front bumper and the bush. And as a consequence, I managed to kind of rip the bumper off a little bit and bash in the fog light, which was on said bumper. And yeah, I feel like a bit of an idiot and a bit like a bull in a china shop. So yeah, the damage isn't too bad. They managed, we've got a little garage about 100 meters down the road from me, and I took it in and went, look, I've had a crash I've had an argument with the bush. And he laughed at me. He said, I haven't heard that one before. And I was like, no, you probably haven't. And he managed to pop the bumper back in. So the bumper wasn't split or anything like that. So he managed to pop that back in, but the fog light, I had completely ruined the bracket which the fog light was on. So yeah, needed a whole new fog light, and they don't just do the bracket. They don't just sell the bracket for the fog light. No, it has to be a whole new unit. I'm just gonna pop and get some. Yeah, so a whole new fog light. So I'm just darkening this up now with Pompeian red, which I think matches it. Just in places, not all over where I've just coloured. Oh, I might zoom you in a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I felt like a bit of a wally last night having done that. But look, what I would say is don't look at things you've broken in the dark, because it looked a lot worse in the dark than it did this morning. So yeah, that would be my advice really. And yeah, thankfully the bumper could just go back in. So last night I was thinking, oh goodness, it's a whole new bumper I'm going to need. And all the, I go to catastrophe as soon as anything bad happens. So yeah, I thought, oh gosh, whole new bumper's going to be needed, hundreds of pounds. But no, it's just a new fog light. The new fog light costs enough, believe me. Feels like a very silly amount to be spending, but never mind. It's done, can't change it. Just got to get it fixed. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, very, very annoying. Apart from that, everything else is good. I can hear my cats making a noise upstairs. Can't really think of anything. I've had a bit of a break from colouring this weekend. Had a really nice weekend. It was the end of the half-term holidays for my daughter. So we saw her cousins on my niece and nephew on Sunday, which was really nice. And then we went to see my in-laws on Sunday. So it was a very family day on Sunday. And we just generally kind of got ready to go back to school. Beige red again now, just to blend that together a bit. So that was kind of the weekend. And then, yeah, my daughter had a nice week. And I took her swimming on Saturday morning. And the swimming pool's really, really nice. It's got this like big leisure pool, which has got like, it has waves every so often. and like these spray things that come out the side, and it's got like a lazy river rapids, which is this thing that basically goes round in a circle, and it kind of propels you round, and that's really fun. And then it's got this teaching pool as well, which is always really, really, really warm. And Imogen and I absolutely love going in there, but unfortunately it wasn't open, and the leisure pool is just that little bit more colder. So I was just like, Imogen, we're gonna have to keep swimming, otherwise I'm gonna freeze. So yeah, that wasn't much fun. But we had a good time. It's just that we liked to go in that teaching pool. Right, so I think just got to do these candles really. Got a few more other bits to do. I've got to do the floor. I was going to do that grey. I'm going to do that grey with a little bit hints of brown, because I was going to do it like a wood, but there's like little stones or something in here, so I thought, oh, I'm just going to do it grey. When Johanna Basford does her colour alongs and she can't think what colour to do, she often goes to grey, which I find really funny. Oh, I'll just do it grey. And in her lovely accent that she's got, I'll just do it grey. I love that. She's just so down to earth on her colour alongs. When she used to do quite a few lives during lockdown, and especially with the release of her Worlds of Wonder book, I used to like watching those. It used to just be a bit of fun and a bit of escapism, and it really drew you into the book. So yeah, really, really enjoyed those. I think you can probably still see them on her channel if you have a look. So yeah, go and catch up with them. They are good fun. She always likes to try different pencils, which is never a good thing. She's like, oh, I just want to use the same ones that Johanna's using. I have fallen for that kind of quite a few times. Like, oh, they look really good, I'm going to try those. And you just end up with more pencils than you know what to do with. But I think I've got the ones that I like now, which are polychromos, Black Widows, Arteza Expert. They're the kind of my go-to pencils. I've got Arteza Premium as well, which I really like. I think this door is going to be wooden. I've got Arteza Premium as well, which are like the kind of triangular barrels, I think they are. And I really like those as well. Yeah, so they're my kind of go-to pencils. I didn't get on very well with Prismas, I have to be honest. Didn't get on well with them at all. And I actually sold mine in the end because I couldn't control them in terms of like the softness. I didn't like them constantly being blunt. Quite like my pencils to have a bit of a point on, and they just drove me a little bit crazy. So I got rid of mine. So yeah, but yeah, they're my kind of go-to pencils, and they work well on different paper. So Johanna Basford, I like using polychromos. I also really like using the Black Widows in her books as well. Hannah Carlson is always Black Widows for me. Then Rita Berman, I love using my Arteza in. So yeah, it's just what you kind of like and what you get used to. So that's what I've kind of worked out. Right, so these little stones, I'm actually going to do that. It's this pentel dual hybrid gold and metallic red gold, and they're just going to have a little bit of sparkle on them. And I've got to do the bottom of this table as well, which I've not really done. Don't know what colour to do that, to be honest. Might make it a wooden table as well. Yeah, that feels a little bit. And I'm going to put like that. Do you know what? I'm just going to do that nice red as well. It can come down like that. Oh, there we go. So that's the Pompeii red again. And it could just be one of those tables that's been painted. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. It kind of ties in with what I was going for in the inside. So I have decided for the background, I don't know if I like that floor. It just feels a bit cold. I might add a bit of something else. Add a little bit of Indian red to the floor because it just feels a little bit cold, and where the rest of it's all quite warm. Okay, but just lift it a little bit. I decided the background is going to be in distress ink, and it's going to be a very, very soft pink, I think. Or no, I might do a very, very soft purple with pink stars is what I was thinking, with a little bit of glitter. So we'll see how that kind of goes, and I will do that on camera. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Right, I'm just going to stop the camera there. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just going to do these bits here. It's going to be in this glittery Pentel Dual Hybrid. And I think I'm just going to colour that a little bit yellow, those counterpanes, make it look as though it's got a bit of light on. And I think I'm just going to leave that little present white. I quite like it looking like that. I just want to put a little bit of sparkle on these ice cubes. Like that. Yeah, I haven't had that one very long. And it's gone all funny again. Don't know what's going on with those. Right, that's that. Right, I'm just going to stop the video for a second and get myself all ready for... Oh no, one thing first of all, I just need to do the bottom of the cake. So this bit here. And I decided that was going to be like a silver, which is very similar to what I did with my cakes in World of Wonder. I did like a silver stand, and then a little bit of purple, and then I'll probably go over it with a silver paint pen. That's what I'm going to do. There we go. I need the purple from... So I got this lovely... That was like a warm grey, I think, from Polychromos. And then this is lilac from the Fruit Funa macarons. And it just gives it a little lift. And I think it looks quite nice when they kind of go together. It takes away the coldness a little bit. Makes it look a little bit warmer. And generally looks quite nice, I think. So that's that. Then I will go over that with this acrylic paint pen in silver. And that gives it a nice... Just wanted to do that before I started adding the ink. To the page. And then I've still got a little bit of stickles and things to add yet. But that's all fine. I'm not very good at following the lines. And go. You see that? Right. I'm going to stop the video now so I can get my inks out. Back. So I'm using Kitsch Flamingo and milled lavender, and I'm using these makeup brushes. So I am going to zoom out a little so you can see what I am doing. And the milled lavender is going to be on the base. So I take this, I rub it well on the ink pad, and then I blot it off on the paper before I start rubbing it on. Otherwise, you get a big splodge, and then you don't really get what you want, which is a soft background, not a big harsh one. This is not the colour I was expecting in there. But that's alright. It might have to be pink with brown stars. Or I could do it pink and yellow. I don't know. What's that one? Oh, it's definitely that one. It may have been a little bit mixed up, I don't know. Much brighter than I was remembering. And I am just going to add a piece of paper here so that it just doesn't go to any other pages except the one I want it on. Oh, I find this quite hard work. I might switch to a bigger brush. It's quite a lot of surface area to get it on, so it's not getting in the spine where I want it to go. I just might need another. Move the paper a bit, so I've got that bit there. Yeah. So I just find it goes on much softer with these makeup brushes than it does with the round kind of spongy tools that you can buy to go with the ink pads. I much prefer a application with these than I do with those. I seem to get it much smoother. I don't seem to get like lots of circles everywhere. Yeah, and I'm generally much happier when I'm doing it with these, I have to be honest. Oh, that was a little bit harsh. Didn't blot it off enough. Is what my... Oops. Just turning the book round. And it's quite easy to get finger marks. You have to be really careful where you kind of touch the paper. Otherwise you end up with funny finger marks and things. So yeah. Oh yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to do non-pink. I was going to do pink stars, but I think I might have to do brown ones. Otherwise they won't show up, because I think the pink, this is definitely a colour that's a bit brighter than I was expecting it to be. Yeah, so you can start off with the colour quite lightly, and then you can intensify it as you want it. Okay, so that's, I think, as much as I want to do. Just want to make sure it's on the edges, really. Don't want it to really touch the cake. I'll just make sure it's on this bottom bit. There we go. Right, then I have a stencil, and so I just need to change. Where's my top gone? On my milled lavender, there it is. I'm just going to change my ink. I think I want walnut stain. So I've got walnut stain now, and my stars are going to be in a chocolate. But I'm not going to go overboard because obviously the focus is the cake. So that's what it should be, really, the cake rather than the background. I don't know if you can see what I've just done. So what I've done is I've just rubbed the ink over the stencil, and we're just going to lift that up like that. I'm just going to go down like that. Probably just stenciling in and on the similar stars. Oh, and be careful not to obviously do what I just did then and put a massive scrape mark. And the danger is you get the line like that, which is really annoying. So we might just put a clean part so we don't get that. Yeah, I'm not being very good at this. I'm getting a load of marks I don't want. So I'm just giving my stencil a bit of a clean before I go ahead and do more. I might put a bit of glitter on because I'm not overly happy with that background. I feel as though I've just messed it up completely. Never mind. Gone a bit quiet, sorry. I think it's because I'm a little bit disappointed in the background. But these things happen sometimes. You have all the best plans in the world and they just sometimes don't happen very well. But I'm sure with a bit of glitter I'll be much happier. I'll be much happier when there's a bit of glitter on and everything's beautiful. So yeah. So sorry I'm a bit quiet. What do you think? I think it's a very celebratory page, and I think it kind of ties in with the colour scheme with the pink and the chocolate cake. I'm just not sure. There we go. I think that's okay for the time being. That needs a wash, that needs a wash, that needs a wash, that doesn't need a wash. Okay, and now I think I can go to town with some stickles. So I want to use my diamond stickle, which I think is this one. To get it out, is it that one? Yeah, so I'm going to use my diamond stickles on these parts here. just to give that a little bit of sparkle. Not too much, just a little, she says. And I'm probably going to put a little bit in the background as well, probably with the stars. I'll make them glittery, and that might make me feel a little bit better. Oops. Yeah, that looks much better. Happier with that. Don't want to do too much. Don't want to go overboard. There we go, that's that bit of cake. I think there's a little bit more I'm going to have to do in here, but I can't do that while all of this is drying. And then I got a new stickles, which was mercury glass, and this is, I'm going to blob in like little, oh, it's one of those that's going to be annoying to get out of the thing. Seems to be a lot of air in it. Nope, can't use that one, that's going to annoy me. So, I'll use glisten instead. So I'm just going to put that in and among little dots in and among the stars. And I think that'll help cheer me up a bit. Well, I've looked at it now, it's not too bad. I just think I needed to slow down a bit maybe whilst I was doing it. And it maybe wouldn't have got all these funny lines and stuff on it. I think the overall effect is there. So, you know, I'll get over that, I think. Yeah. I quite like what I'm doing with the stickles there, so that's good. I've finally finished this colour along for you all. It's taken me rather a while. I'm so sorry. It just gets busy with work and things. But I hope you've managed to follow along and do bits. Do show me your pictures on Instagram if you followed along and done a bit of colour along. I don't mind if it's not the same. I'd love to see your versions. It's lovely just to share the love of colouring with you. Okay, so that's that. And then I think I'm going to put a blob in here. And then I'm going to go around the outside of this. And the outside of the other one. And then I think we call that done. Sorry, I'm having to concentrate a bit here just to get it in the circle. There we go. That is my finished page in Johanna Basford's Rooms of Wonder. Lots and lots of sparkle. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've got more coming up this week, I think. I'm going to be doing some flip-throughs, a book review, supplies I bought this month and last month. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I actually don't mind it now. I'm not so sad when I put all the glitter on. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.